Welcome to the Hunter Report. I have an a6300 here. I've got an a6000. What's this, might you ask? It's a heat gun. We're going to be taking heat readings. I had the a6000 for many years and I found that it overheated on me in the field a lot. It made me look like a moron. Well, we're going to find out once and for all if the a6300 has improved the overheating situation, if Sony has listened, or not. This is the Hunter Report. Please subscribe. Please give me thumbs up. Thank you so much, and let's get into some video heat science. All right, we have the Sony NPW50 battery over there, and it's at 89.0, and over here, and it's at 88.6. Pretty much the same temperature. Over here, we have the a6000. Let's go ahead, load the battery right there, and let's go ahead and load the battery on the a6300 right here. Turn them on. If you notice on the lens caps, we have the lens cap right on there. We have the flash bracket holder plastic in there, identical setups. Let's go ahead and show you that we are recording 24p there, 24p 17 there, and we're at ABC HD on both cameras. If we go to look at the version number on each, version 2.0, 1.0 there, everything's identical. Let's look at core temperature, most importantly before we start. 89.4 there, 88.4 there, slight differences, and good enough to start the test. Let us go. All right, we are 1 minute in, and our lens barrel is looking 89.4 there, and our lens barrel is looking 88.2 there. I mean, the 6000 is pulling ahead. The 63 is staying 90.5, and we're at 93-ish over there. Approaching 9 minutes, and we're already seeing pretty much 94 over there versus 91.1. Again, the a6000 is pulling ahead in terms of temperature. All right, 11.5 minutes. You're on 96 on the a6000 versus 2 on the a6300. Definite difference we're seeing. Better on the a6300. All right, 15 minutes in. 98.2 on the 6000, 93.3 on the 6300. All right, we're seeing a temperature overheating warning right there, that orange thing, and let's check the temperature. Around 101 there, and if we sort of look in this spot, it's hitting 107. That's interesting, actually. It's a hotter spot. And let's compare that over here, the 63 or 96 there. They're pretty constant. Versus here, oh my God, 113. That's absurd. Versus the barrel. So there's a definite hot spot right here. Let's go let this test expire over here with the 23-minute mark. And here we go. We just hit it. Right around 30 minutes. And we're looking, 115. Constant 115 over there. 96. The 30-minute mark. And let's just keep running this test right here. Holding pretty steady at 100. After an hour. So let's just call the test here. All right, you're able to see that in 1080 mode, the a6300 vastly outperformed the a6000. And this is version 1.0 of the a6300. So just from a thermal engineering perspective, Sony has definitely listened to the market, to people like me and everyone else, and they've improved the thermal engineering of their product. That said, it could still be improved. As we're about to test the a6300 in 4K video mode, and the results might surprise you. So let's go ahead, crack the a6300 into 4K mode and see how it does. All right, we're in 4K mode, 30p. Let's confirm our starting temperature. 86 there. Version 1.0 on the a6300. Let's start the 4K recording test. 4 minutes in. That's definitely the hot spot, is always right above the flash unit. 13 minutes, pushing 101. All right, here we're coming up on 20 minutes, and we're looking about 105. 6 right in the flash area. And the second recording, I've been going for 27 minutes and still close to 110, so getting very close to the 115 degree point. All right, we see our little overheating sign, and we're hitting around the 112. Here we have it, around 35 minutes of record time, version 1.0.
All right, so you're able to see that the a6300 over here does overheat quite faster in 4K mode as opposed to 1080 mode. It makes sense that this is a very small package and trying to fit a lot of power into a small package. Now, having 4K or not having 4K is not the end of your universe. If it is, you know, you're submitting to Netflix, and at that level of production, you're gonna have something like an A7S II right here. You're gonna have multiple camera angles, lots of coverage, and hopefully the time to reshoot something just in case something goes wrong. Anyway, let's go ahead and upgrade the a6300 to version 1.10, and there's lots of rumors out there that version 1.10 affects overheating in 4K video mode, even though Sony says it's just for still photos. So let's go ahead, update the a6300 right here, and give it another overheat test in 4K video mode.
All right, we've updated the firmware version to version 1.0, and we have a little sticker here to prove that point. We're slightly cooler there at 84, so let's get started. Naturally, recording stopped around 30 minutes, and we restart again, and as you see, we're still around inching up into the 108s. All right, we're reaching a temperature warning around 111.
The jury is in. The version 1.10 upgrade had nothing to do with 4K video overheated. The rumor has been officially busted right here on the Hunter report. From here on out, I don't want to hear anybody saying that version 1.10 had anything to do with 4K video mode. That's why you come to the Hunter report, because I'm always rigorous and I always entertain you while I'm doing it. That said, this review wasn't about all the incredible improvements on the Sony a6300. Go ahead and check the link right here for my full comprehensive review on the a6300, and please subscribe to my channel. I spend a lot of time and energy, and your support is greatly appreciated. Just click subscribe and you will make my day. That said, the a6300 has lots of features that the higher end cameras have, like 4K video mode, autofocus buttons, a whole bunch of new buttons, and just check the link for that comprehensive 6300 review. This is the Hunter Report. See you soon.